Hello, everybody. This is Richard. I'm talking to Chris Garrett today. He is the well-known co-author of the book Pro Blogger, and I've met him at the Social Media Congress in Utrecht a few days ago. Hi, Chris.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for having me.
You're more than welcome. What I want to talk to you about, say the hypothetical case that you would buy yourself a guest house or a B&B in Africa. With your knowledge, how would you start promoting your accommodation on the internet? Because there's so much out there these days.
Yeah. Well, as an advocate for blogging, I think most people would expect me to say blogging would be the first thing I would do. But it would really be a good way of marketing it because you can get the word out and attract people to your B&B cheaply and effectively with a blog. But it wouldn't just be a case of starting a blog and hoping that people would turn up. You would have to actually actively promote that. So you'd have to do some keyword research using Word Tracker or the Google Keywords tool to find out what people were searching for. This sort of information that people want. A B&B isn't necessarily going to be something that people search for a lot, but would be searching for the location. Like if it's in a certain area, people are going to want to research to find out about that place. They're going to research how to get there, what to do when they get there, the sort of things that happen, do's and don'ts.
So how deep would you go with your? Sorry, how deep would you go with your detailed information on the blog? Because I see accommodations that blog only about how to get there, a little bit around what's in the area. What would you do to make yourself different from your, say, competitors in the area?
You would have to give some personality, and you would have to show that you are different. If you look at your competitors, you will see that there are clear ways that you can differentiate, and it always depends on the market you're in. But a B&B will be up against other B&Bs, so you'll have to differentiate against them. But also it'll be up against the big resorts, the big hotels. It could be the activities, it could be the decor, it could be you. You are a differentiator because the personality is important for a B&B. Because you're going to be stopping with maybe a family, rather than a faceless hotel where the person on the desk is different every day. You're going to actually be a host or a hostess at a B&B. So that personality can be important. And so video and photographs can actually be important with that.
And then you're
People
talking about,
like,
say, the YouTube videos?
Yeah, YouTube, Flickr, but also embed them on your blog. Don't think that because it's on YouTube that people are going to see it. For example, I've started doing some video on my blog now, even though I'm really shy. We're doing video now because it does help make that connection. It feels weird to do. I mean, this feels strange, but it does help that connection. And if you're to market a B&B, then you have to use all the tools at your disposal, and unfortunately you are one of your tools. You are the secret sauce, if you like, that differentiates you against other people. And that conversation can start on your blog, but also Twitter, Facebook. You can do Facebook advertising and draw people by demographic or geography. But the main things are research to find out why people want to go to the place where you are, and what's going to draw them, and create content that talks to that actually solves that problem and helps people and shows that the warm side and the inviting personality that you have, and then get out there and promote the blog, get links to it. Guest posting, find communities that discuss topics.
You're talking about a whole lot of work, Chris.
It is a lot of work, but on the other hand, most people with a B&B, they don't have millions of dollars to get an agency to do it for them. So
that's true. But I have a lot of other things also to do. If you would say my priority number 1, 2, and 3 would be, if I would just start from scratch, what would it be? One being blogging? Or?
Blogging, it would be keyword research, a blog, and then social bookmarking or social media to get attention to that blog. You've got to do a combined effort. The first thing would be keyword research, because it might not be necessarily a blog that you do, but you will have to have content to attract people because you haven't got the marketing budget.
Yeah, the keyword research is something that we need to discuss later at another stage, because we can fill a whole interview on that part. So that's keyword research is one. I agree, that's the most important and something that a lot of people forget about. Number 2 will be?
Number 2 would be create the content that talks to the needs of your audience rather than about yourself. You have to find out what people want and need and supply information that helps that. So a lot of people write content that's all about how great they are, but that's meaningless to somebody that's reading it. They want to know instead, where's the local airport? How do you get there? What is there to do when you see when you get there? What about travelling with children? Or on the other hand, if you want to avoid children, some people like to have a vacation away from kids. And it's all about talking to people's actual wants and needs rather than how great you are and why you're the best place on the earth.
Okay.
So
and number
keyword
3,
research, content, and promote it. And how you promote it depends on you and your style, but search engines is going to be the most important thing, I imagine, for most tourism, not just B&Bs. And so that keyword research connected with getting links, that's where you get search engine results are going to come from. And actually YouTube is really good for video search results. If you search Google, YouTube videos often come up. And also Flickr, sometimes the image results come up. Yep. So you don't have to just think about the textual content. Video, especially for tourism, video can be very compelling. And it's something a lot of companies aren't doing. So the B&B can actually compete with the big boys at the moment in video. And obviously,
I know, I've seen it myself as well, yeah. Chris, sorry, the time is already over. Time is flying when you're having fun. I want to thank you very much for this general idea of what you think of what you should do from internet marketing. And I'll chat to you at a later stage.
All right, thank you for having me.
Okay. Cheers, bye-bye.